You're all right.
Someone step outside, maybe Brian, and have all the other folks come on in. We can get started, please. All right, folks, I appreciate you coming out tonight. We've got a lot in store, so we're going ahead and get started. We're going to start off with an invocation by Mr. Rusty McNabb. He's our his boss. Works real hard in the pits with us. Rusty McNabb's going to start off with the invocation. And Brittany Dodson normally does a beautiful job with the national anthem every Saturday night. She's going to be back next year. She was unable to make it. She's in the competition tonight, wasn't able to make it. So filling in is going to be from Smoky Mountain Speedway Outreach, Mr. Rocky Glenn.
Most gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this opportunity once again to come together with family and friends. We thank you for a successful season, a safe season, Father. We just ask that you remember our fallen racers, Lord, that you bless their families and comfort them. Father, we look forward to another safe year. We'd like to thank Denny for the opportunity to come together and race, and we'd like to thank the staff and management here for a great banquet, Father. We just appreciate everything that the staff and Denny and everyone has done for us. Father, we just ask you to keep us safe till we meet for the first race of the season, Father, in your Son's sweet name. Amen.
If everyone would please rise and remove their hats, please.
I think the most appropriate thing to do would be for all of y'all to help me, because
I'm not Brittany Dawson, okay? I know I look fairly well tonight, but I'm not Brittany Dawson, okay? And I'm not sure where all the words, so if y'all help me with this, we'll get through it, amen? And I want to briefly say I thank y'all for a wonderful year at Smoky Mountain Raceway. Those of you I met, it's helped us in the pits, Craig and I, and we've had a good year. We were able to pass out over 300 Bibles and about 1,500 tracts to race drivers, their families, and fans. We've had a good year. Just thank the Lord for that. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight flag gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bumpers singing air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. That gives you yourselves a hand. God bless you.
Thank you very much. We're Rocky Glenn, Smoky Mountain Speedway Outreach. All right, folks, we have a lot of special dedications, but no more special than this young man to my right. 3 years ago, as you know, Smoky Mountain Speedway was very dark. We had no opportunity to race. This man had a dream along with his family, and a lot of volunteers and a lot of support to relive Smoky Mountain Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, race fans, race teams, competitors, everybody in the house, Mr. Denny Garner.
I've been called a lot of things, but I've never been cheered for. I'd like to welcome each and every one of you out tonight. You know, we've got a lot of things going on tonight. We're going to have a great program for you. I just hope everyone enjoyed this year as much as I did. I had a blast. I hope everybody did. I had one goal in mind when I bought Smoky Mountain Speedway, and that was to bring exciting racing back to Smoky Mountain. I think we've done that. I think we've had a great year. We've had exciting racing in every single class all the way across the board. This year we've spent a lot of time in the off season now jumping forward into what we think is deserving of our racers. We spent time in Indiana trying to solicit parts, racing paraphernalia of every kind. We went to all the local race shops here in town. You can thank people like West Haven, J.T. Kirk, Competition Racing Equipment, HVH, Hoosier, and the list goes on and on. These people really came to support us at the track, and they're willing to help support the racers here tonight at our banquet. And we're really appreciative to them. We also approached some of the manufacturers, such as K&N and K&N, Longacre, Wheelwood, Beard and Oil Company, Wells Wheels, Wheelwood Brakes. These guys they're all giving us things to give away to you guys, and that's what I want to happen at Smoky Mountain. Is I want to be able to help our racers afford their program and race and have fun every week. These race shops and companies, they don't have to do this kind of stuff. They can sell you that stuff every day, but they went out of their way to help us this year. And this night is for the racers, their families, and their crews. That's who it's for. It's not for me. It's not for my family. It's for you guys. You guys come down here and put a show on every Saturday night, and I mean a fabulous show.
and we're so appreciative of that. Our fans, you can tell, we had good turnouts every Saturday night. They love to watch you guys race. It was just very important to them to be there every Saturday night as it is you to be there. They love Saturday night racing at Smoky Mountain Speedway. What I'd like to do now is just move right on into our awards program. Archie, if you'll get back up here, you can take care of it.
Let's have one more big hand if we could for this man right here. Thank you, Dennis. Next order of business is the head officials and staff, and there's no one next. Under this gentleman right here, they're all equal, so bear with me if you will. His, 12 months older brother, Mr. Bill Garner. He does a lot of work down there, and I'm sure you've seen him on that four-wheeler taking sandwiches and stuff on the race facility. Mr. Bill Garner. Next in line is Miss Tina Garner. Again, you can go down on a Friday night, early Saturday morning, and she's working her tail off in the concession area, doing what Bill, Denny, or some of the other folks are not able to do. She's there. She's very supportive. I don't really recall her missing one night. She works a full-time job just like the rest of the staff and head officials do, and she's down there as well as producing these fine centerpiece arrangements from Coach's Floors, and it is the oldest mom and pop run business in Blount County, and she's very important there too with as well, and she's going to help us out with the flag corps, with the decorations there, and she's a very hard worker, Ms. Ken Garner. Next, she's employed right here at the airport of Hilton. Bill's wife. Again, she does the menus. She tries to help change the menus in and out each Saturday night with barbecue sandwiches, corn dogs. She works very hard in the concession area. Again, supported with everything that Dylan, Benny and Bill do to try to provide for the racing for us each and every Saturday. Ms. Cindy Gardner. Once again, there's no way to try to put in any particular order who's the most important of the officials and the head staff. But in the press box, we're very lucky to have a gentleman who has raced, who's sold snow cones, who has worked every corner, I believe, at Smoky Mountain Speedway. During the Dirt Denny, we had about 4,000 folks down there, and folks would put their seats in the area that was unsafe. He would leave the press box and run down on his own. Did not appoint anyone to go down and do what he felt was his job. He also he gets right in the middle with all these competitors if there's a discussion about something not being correct, or if someone's got a squabble with another team, he'll get right there in the middle of it. Race fans, the Director of Competition, Mr. Alan Smith. Stand up if you would, Alan. I would appreciate it if you would. Thank you. Again, another very important person in the press box, and most of you drivers know her in the pit area with her tire sales. Very important. She loves racing more than any person I've ever known. She really gets a high, and that makes us work a little harder in the press box and in the marketing development of Smoky Mountain Speedway. The very first Saturday evening, when we were trying to determine who was in charge at Smoky Mountain Speedway, she had told us all when she came in there and saw a couple of ashtrays that there is absolutely no smoke in this press box. And one of the guys, I forgot who it was, might have been Mike or Bill, said, "We'll see when Denny gets up here." When Denny came up, lit up a cigarette, and Connie said, "No smoking in this press box." Denny Garner slammed the door on four-wheeler and went hauling down the road lighting up a cigarette. Her name, I'm sure you know, Miss Connie Boring. Please stand up, Miss Connie Boring. She is our official scorer, do not doubt that. Right behind her is another young lady. Been official scorer for several years now, different tracks. Again, gets down there early in the afternoon. She takes care of all the profile sheets, letting us know where people are from, what their hobbies are. She takes care of the points and the standings. And also, she takes care of one of the most important things when it's about midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, and that's dispersing the payroll. Once again, a very important person to this staff, Miss Becky Boring. Once again, there are very many other people. Another one is a woman who is very supportive again. She does a lot of work, helps out with concessions, and I don't want to start the list of what this woman does, but it's Denny's mother, Miss Anna Mae. Please, ma'am, please stand up. That's where it all started, right there. Thank you, Anna Mae. At this time, I'd like to turn it over once again to Mr. Denny Garner for him to acknowledge some other folks at the Smoky Mountain Speedway. Thank you.
As I always tell you, I can't say enough about all the track officials and volunteers, my family, my friends. The only reason we were able to even open up and bring racing to Smoky Mountain is because of family, friends, and all the people just jumped in there and helped. It's 12 degrees the first day we bought this place. And I'm telling you, it's cold. And we was down there weed eating and sling cycling. Tommy Kerr was there, he's one of them. And we really had a blast. And boys, I'm telling you, from that time on, we've had more fun than I could ever imagine. I'd like to say something about each and every person that helped out. There's no way I can. I'd be up here all night. I'd get teary and everything anyway when I talk about my loved ones. But I'd just like to say thank you to every one of them. They've helped us a tremendous amount. God bless you, and I love you to death.
Let's start handing out some money. How's that? And some gifts. Let's start having some fun. We're going to have a party tonight, guys. So I hope you brought your party shoes. There you go. That's somebody. That's like the 14 team, just knowing how they act. All righty, we're going to start off there again. This is no particular order. We're going to start off with the 10-plate driver in the street stock division. I don't know if these folks are here. We're trying to gain the names as we go through here. So Dennis and Bill are going to bring the envelopes. And as I announce your name, please just stand up and save the applause till we get through the second place. And we'll have the champions of each division come up on the stage for a few minutes so they can recognize their team and their support. In the street stock division, finishing 10th, is Larry Duncan. I don't think I saw Larry here this evening. I had to work. Next is Mr. Kenny Grimes, finishing 9th, but I think he's way back here. There you go, Bill. Eighth place in the street stock division is Jason Kangle. Jason making tonight. Next up in 7th place in the street stock division is Frederick Romine. And I thought I saw Frederick. There he is. Next up, finishing 6th, and this gentleman, I think he started a little late, but when he came on, that red and white 5, he was tough. He's a fixture winner. Finishing in 6th in the street stock is Todd Merriman. Finishing 5th in the street stock, another fixture winner, Stacy Wright. Stacy wasn't able to make it. Next up, finishing in 4th, and this gentleman started late as well, and he's one of my favorite drivers. Raise hands up, sure you know what I'm talking about. He drives with one hand. He's got this contraption set up on his roll bar, and it's fun to watch him. He runs hard. Finished in 4th place, Mr. Anthony McDaniel. Finishing 3rd is Mike Gorley. I see Mike early this evening. There you go. He's down there with the champion. He's trying to rub some luck off the horse. Another very special driver here. She helped me for a long time. Her and Morris went back and forth, and every time she come on the track, all the female staff in the press box had a little song. We won't do that later, maybe later on, Connie and Becky. But her name is Irma Bradford, and she runs real hard right here, finishing 2nd place. It's Irma Bradford. I have a lot of favorite drivers. But this gentleman right here won the championship. He came down the very first week, I believe he was down there. He drives all the way from La Follette every Saturday afternoon to compete with us. And to show you his dedication, he maintains 2 race cars, just in case. Ladies and gentlemen, street stock champion from La Follette, Tennessee, Mr. Morris Wilson. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's, once again, Connie, we're going to be hearing her name a lot. She's, out of her funds, she's supported us with these racing jackets, has their name and the divisions they won, along with the hats that have been embroidered by Mr. Mark Reagan, East Tennessee Sports, and Captain Stitches. So there's another plug. You're going to be hearing their names, as well as the trophies. Mark Reagan at East Tennessee Sports does a great job. So if you have a soccer team or a basketball team needs some work done, trust me, he's the man to see. Maurice, you want to get some words for us?
I'd like to thank God for keeping us safe, and I'd like to thank these other drivers. They helped me out a lot. I didn't know anybody when I came to the track. Hopefully I've made some good friends while I was there. Thank you.
Everybody, yeah, congratulations, Mark. We'll see you back this spring. We'll move over to the front-wheel drive division. This was a new division we started, I think. I don't know if they've ever run down there before. Was this the first year we've had them? Finishing in 10th, Sean Harden. Sean not able to make it. Finishing in 9th, John Reed. In 8th, Ronnie Evans. There's Ronnie. Great job, Ronnie. Finishing in 7th, also a feature winner, Donald Goldberg. I don't think Donald was able to make it. Finishing in 6th, another female driver, Miss Angie Long. Angie wasn't able to make it, okay. Finishing 5th in the front wheel drive division, Rick Ballinger. Finishing 4th, he's a feature winner. He's another driver that came at late in the middle of the season, Benji Braden. Finishing 3rd in the front wheel drive division was Robert McDonough. I'm glad to know that Robert and Benji are buddies because they had one battle in the feature race, and I said, Alan, that big fella's going to come all right, and then they bear hug. Alan said they're friends. I said, thank goodness, because I didn't want to get in the middle of that. Next up, finishing in 2nd, also a feature winner, another hard driver, Mr. Stanley Webb. Brings us to our champion. Stanley's not here. This gentleman also, we started this division, Denny just put it out. There again, we had a close time with Denny purchasing the track in January. We tried to get the rules out and everything. Well, front-wheel drive is one of the latest add-ons as far as division. This gentleman was down there bright and early with his good-looking race car, I think, with one other competitor. The next week, it was 8, 14, 16, 18, and battled every one of them. Won several feature races from Greenback, Tennessee. Right here, Mr. Travis Sands. Travis got some words for us.
My sponsor was unable to make it tonight. His wife and son's got the flu, but I want to thank my family. They supported me a lot. And what fun would it be without the family supporting me? Thanks, everybody.
Travis Sands, he already told me tonight he's going to come back to the visiting title on a good look at Blue 32 right there on his trophy if you want to take a look at his race car later on this evening. We're going to do one more division, and then we're going to have a brief intermission. And then we're going to come back, so you need to rush back because we're going to do some door prizes after the intermission. They're going to have a video highlight and dedication to the champions. I'll just forewarn you, we tried to get as many people involved with this video and with all the champions. Some are not there the evening we put this together. And there's some humorous sides in it, and there's some somber sides, but once again, there was no harm intended on this video. There's a lot of fun into it. We hope you appreciate it. So we'll go ahead with the next division in the mini stock. Yeah, is Jenny turned away from it? Finishing 10th in the mini stock division, Mr. Joe Cook. Joe able to make it tonight? Finishing 9th. And this, I was told way back when the season began, that Denny could always depend on this man. With a 100% chance of rain, he still want to come down and race. He runs hard. He means a lot to us down at Smoky Mountain Speedway. Mr. Alan Collins. Finishing 8th in the mini stock was Danny Yoder Jr. Is that able to make it? Finishing 7th, also a feature winner. He runs hard, finishing 7th in the mini stock, Mr. Mike Tidwell. Mike didn't make it. Okay. Next up, another driver, and I knew I liked this gentleman when I first started in practice, way back in March it was. And you know what was going on with this country back in March? He had the American flag driving back his race car, Mr. Dusty Martin, finishing 6th. Also a feature winner. Finishing 5th, and he wanted me to relay a message to Brad Albright. He's coming after me. He wants to have that top table. Finishing 5th, Mr. Chuck Barr. Finishing 4th, Aaron Cook. Aaron able to make it tonight? There you go. Congratulations, Aaron. Finishing 3rd in the mini stock, several feature winners, Larry Sands Jr. Finishing 2nd, another hard charger, another gentleman brings 2 cars. He's always down there running hard, usually messing with Brad Albright, but finishing 2nd in the blue 5, it's Richie Phillips. There's Richie. Our champion in the mini stock. He came wide open back in March and April. Nobody could touch him. Then he ran into a little bad luck with some motor problems. No offense, Steve. But he had just some problems, nothing that he could do. But then he started figuring out on his calculator how many points he needed to finish to win this championship, this trophy, and this jacket and hat and all this nice stuff he's about to be presented. The very last evening we had double points of competition. He ran down to Denny and said, Denny, I'll tell you what, all I need to do is qualify 7th and finish 7th, and I've got this thing wrapped up. The guy qualified 7th, and every time a car come up around him, he'd race him. He could come up on 6th, but he was determined to finish 7th. That's what he intended on doing. He won many, many feature races, and he's a hard driver. And I want to tell him and his team, thank you very much for your participation in the Barrel Alcoa JC's parade. It really looked good, and I know that's a lot of trouble for you to bring that race car out on a cold Saturday morning, but we appreciate it. Come on up here, Brad Albright. 2003 Mini Stock Champion, Brad Albright.
I'd just like to thank all my friends and family and all my sponsors. Couldn't do it without sponsors and family. That's the most important thing in racing. I'd like to thank Donnie Young and my dad getting the car ready every week, Robert Murphy. I'd like to thank Kenny Ledbetter for my motor there. He does an excellent job. I'd like to thank all my family. Thanks a lot. And also, just keep Roy Ledbetter in your prayers.
Along with a hat and trophy, you got a gift certificate from Beard and Oil Company for 10 gallons of free fuel and a quart of brake fluid from Willwood Brake.
All right, folks, before we go to a brief intermission, I just want to recognize, just like Brad did, that Saturday, the 17th of January, at the Barn Banquet Hall, and we can give directions, whatever. They're doing a benefit supper for Rapid Roy Ledbetter. For those who need information, I've got a bulletin here. I believe there's one out in the hallway there as well. So mark your calendar if you want to help a driver in need on the 17th of January from 5:30 to 8 p.m. All right, folks, we're going to take a brief intermission. If we can get back in here about 8:45, we'll run on schedule. We appreciate your participation. And so come on back. We're going to have some fun. Thanks, Bill. All right, we're going to give another minute or two for the folks to enter back in here for the door prizes for the fans. All right, Denny, drag us a number. This is going to be for one daily pass, one free entry for a fan at Smoky Mountain Speedway this spring. Ends in 392, 755-392. There we go. There you go, boy. Once again, a daily free pass, one entry, 320, 320. David, here we go. Get on your horse there, Jenny, right out there, me. One free entry for a huge night of racing fun at Smoky Mountain Speedway. Next one is going to be 422, 422. These are just for the fans. The drivers don't look at your number. You better not have it. 422. Going once. You're going to have to pay the next time you come back. Next one's going to be 348, 348. Oh. 348. Right here. Here we go. Next one for one free pass admission, 346. Should be right there together, 346. Over here we go, Danny. Next one will be 305, 305. You want me to talk about? Here you go. Way back here. Get on your horse, son. Where's that four-wheeler when you need one?
There you go.
391, 391, 391. 391. Here we go, right here. All right, guard on the other side of the showroom here. How many got that? 3, Danny? 317. 317. 317. Going once. Go. 355. 355. There we go. I'm going to need to dig around a little bit. Go for the bottom. 379. 379. Here we go, way over here. I'm doing a good job getting you going back and forth, aren't I? 2 more. 2 more. Here we go. 359. 359. 359. Nope, oh, there we go. Denny, how many you got? You got one left, two left. 359 collect? No? Okay. One more re-entry. 289. 289. Here we go. All righty. We want to see you all back. Regardless of what the weather is in March, we want to see you come back and use those. All righty, here's some free meal certificates, and I'll try just to give you a hit as quick as I can. This one's for dinner for two. Here's the Cooper's Restaurant here in the Airport Hilton, right outside of here. I'm sure that's going to be a nice evening for two. That's thanks to Miss Cindy Gardner. Once again, she's worked here for a long time, so she's giving us that. Dinner for two right here at Cooper's. Everybody got it quiet for the food. 37. We got 8 eyes and can't tell. 378. 378. Dinner for two. Congratulations. Well, here's a unique door prize. There's a young man from Maryland, Tennessee who started his own business detailing cars. And there's about a half a dozen folks he's already helped out here. Mine being one several times, because you know when you leave the mountain it needs a little attention. Denny Garner, he and his family's using them, and a couple other folks I've seen out here. Extreme Detail will detail your car. He does a tremendous job. It's a $50 value. Extreme Detail, Mr. Chase Anderson over in Maryland, Tennessee. That's going to go, I hope you got a dirty car. Whoever has 290. 290, all the information you need to have your car detailed is right on this certificate. 290, right on right on. Denny wants to work a trade with you. Extreme Details over America. Now this name is, well, everybody knows about this name. Aubrey's Victory Lane. Randy Burleson over at Aubrey's has helped us out tremendously. He's given us a couple certificates. So dinner for two at Aubrey's goes to 271. 271, Aubrey. Right here he goes, Paul. All right, Paul. Paul Hunt going to Aubrey. Once again, dinner for two. $25 value at the waterfront. Nice little restaurant over by the library. Nice place, and he's helped us out tremendously at the racetrack as well. Mr. Lonnie Kincaid at the waterfront. We'd like to have someone 350 come up and have dinner with you. 350 at the waterfront. You know where the waterfront is? You need directions? All right, another Aubrey certificate. One more Aubrey certificate. 277. 277. There we go. I'm being hurt. My goodness. All right, hurry back here again. This is for dinner for two at Sullivan's. Nice little restaurant in downtown Maryland. It's asked us out with dinner for two at Sullivan's. Mr. Charles Irvin. You go in there, you win this, let him know where you got it, please. It's Sullivan's, 369. 369. Well, I understand we think the video audio is ready. So unfortunately, Roger, you folks down there, I don't know how you can see from there, but if you can't, just try not to get too friendly, but if you can, come on over on this side of the ballroom. We want to start a highlight video. James, can y'all see from here? Travis, can y'all see? Okay, but I don't know about this corner back here. There's some footage in here you might want to be able to let in. Hopefully you didn't offend anyone, but put a little time and effort there. Just way too many names to get started with and contributors to that, but hope you enjoyed it. We're going to continue the ceremony here in just a few moments. We get some light with the Mountain Lake Model Rookie of the Year and the Comeback Driver of the Year. In just a moment when we get some light. Or if you want to go like this, it don't matter to me. Everybody comfortable with this? There we go. Nothing that you would want to see me or Denny. We've started traditions with, once again, Ms. Connie Boring at Hoosier Tire South. Is that the name of the company? Hoosier Tire South, something like that. As you all know, she's the one that supported us with these racing jackets and hats and some other gifts, which we'll get to in just a few moments. But we're going to start a annual Rookie of the Year, the Mountain Lake model. Now, about the other divisions, that's still to be determined, but at least this year we were able to determine the Mountain Lake model Rookie of the Year. And if somebody like to assist us with this, we can have her come on up here. He's going to receive a nice-looking trophy from East Tennessee Sports and Mr. Mark Reagan. Once again, beautiful hardware. He's done a great job in a racing jacket. And Connie, might lay over here and tell us who the winner is.
Number 23, Corey Cable.
I'd just like to say thanks to my sponsors, Johnson Farms, Cemetery Trucking, Johnson Construction, Pace American Trailers, and to all the late model drivers that helped me out whenever we started this deal. I didn't think I could drive a lawnmower, let alone a race car, and it didn't look that way for the first 3 weeks, but it got better, and I just wanted to say heads off to all the late model drivers that helped me out, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Connie Boring and Mr. Corey Cable, both sitting back and competing for the late model championship. Up next, the special award. This gentleman started coming down, part of a large racing family. He started coming down to a different division back in the spring and had one terrible accident. And we thought that he might not ever get back in racing again. It's our different division. He went back, gained his composure, found a new ride. Came back in a different division, and I think won about 5 different feature races. We'd like to have Mr. Larry Sands Jr. Please come up and accept the driver, the award for the Combat Driver of the Year, Larry Sands Jr. Congratulations, Larry. Hope to see you back next year. We'll continue on with the top 10. Next division is the modified four-cylinder. Finishing in 10th place in the modified four-cylinder is Mr. Randy Ogle. Is Randy here tonight? We're going up to 9th place. Feature winner Matt Langford. I don't know if I saw Matt or not. He's 9th place in modified four. 8th place, Bill Howell. Bill, he's vacated. This next driver, that last bit of footage on the video, it really didn't go into too much detail, but this driver started, I think, on the pole and got put back to the rear a couple of different times. But we have the footage of the way this race ended somewhere that we can maybe locate. But he's one fantastic race, and I think he's one of the best feature races we had. He won that race and a couple other ones. Mr. Jason Carter. Finishing in 6th place, modified four-cylinder, Steve Ritchie. Sorry, Steve. Steve. Finishing fifth, modified four-cylinder, Bobby Morgan. Thanks, Bobby. Finishing fourth, modified four-cylinder, is Sammy Russell Jr. For Sammy. There's Sammy again. Okay. Bill's got him. See, Denny's gonna make Bill run on this one. Smart man. Younger brothers usually are. Finishing third, also a feature winner, Wesley Boring. Finishing second in the modified four-cylinder. Once again, this was probably, well, I better not say the most, but a very, very special win. This team and their family and the driver, they tried real hard. And one night, it just fell into place. He was running fast, and it went his way. Finished in second place in modified four-cylinder, Mr. Todd Pierce. Our champion in the modified four-cylinder, he drives a long way, just like Morris does. Morris comes from La Follette. This driver comes all the way from Harriman. He was there the very first Saturday. Consistent driver. You could always look for the W1 up front in the top two or three. You're winning the 2003 modified four-cylinder in the W1, Mr. Barry Wilson.
I'd like to thank the sponsors, Wilson Machine Shop, Mom and Dad, all my crew, and thanks to Steve Ritchie for getting us started, Denny for having us here, and that's about it.
See you back next week. We'll bring that call, Barry. Very welcome. Now we're going to move over to the modified street, the Bad Boys. Finishing 10th, Mr. Jim Boland. We spoke to Jim earlier. I think he's on vacation as well. Finishing 9th, Tim Kyle. 8th place finish in modified street is Chris Cummings. Finishing 7th, this was a feature winner in the modified street, real hard division. He's cut his teeth in the modified street, and I do believe he's going to move up to the mountain sportsman. So, Scott, you're going to have to watch out for this driver. Finishing 7th in the modified street, Justin Arden. Finishing 5th, the second of 3 Bradburns. This is the ringleader, I do believe. Kenneth Bradburn Sr. finishing 5th in the modified street. Right here's Kenneth. Finishing 4th in the modified street division, our charger right here. He runs fast. He's usually up front. Feature winner, Wilbur Hawkins. Finishing 3rd in modified street, also feature winner, Jason Cardwell. Jason, I don't believe was able to attend tonight. Finishing 2nd in the modified street, also a feature winner. And I tell you what, race fans, if you want to see some hard racing, the guy go all out to try to gain position, especially between 3 and 4. It's a Larry Sands Sr. finishing 2nd. Champion in the modified street division. From the first week to the very last points race, he won a bunch of them. I think, how many was it? Eight feature wins in the modified street. That's phenomenal. We all know him. We saw him on a video. Mr. Kenny Bradford from Maryland, Tennessee.
just like to thank my wife, my mom, my dad, all my crew, Charlie, Mike, Joe, Terry, all the guys that help out, all my sponsors. I think the only one here tonight, Matlock Decal, so we'll go ahead and mention him. All these guys I race with each week, you can't beat them. Sometimes it looks like we don't like each other, but we really do. And most of all the rest of the fans that come and watch every week. Without you guys, we couldn't do it. And let's just keep Roy and his family in our prayers, and we hope to see him back at the mountain soon. Thank you.
Next is the sportsman division. And if you come down there and you see that there's a bunch of cars that look the same, they do. But there's some mechanics a little different, so they're really sports, late model cars, but we'll go into that another night. They know about that, but they run real hard. They're as fast. Finishing 10th in the mountain sportsman, and I understand this gentleman will move up and compete for the championship in the mountain late model. Also a feature winner, Mr. David Crabtree. Finishing 9th in the mountain sportsman, this gentleman gave us a scare. He gave us, the whole 3,000 people and his whole family. He hit the wall a ton, and he says he's going to come back. He's a great race driver. We're glad to have him with us tonight. Finishing 9th, Mr. Robert Perry. Also another hard-charging driver. He was a points champion back when the mountain was open before Danny bought it. He finished 8th. Be watching for him 2004. Finished in 8th place, Leander McCarter. Finishing 7th is Kenny Arp. I don't know if Kenny is able to make it tonight. Is Kenny, there he is, I'm sorry, there you go. Very good, Kenny. Finishing 6th in the mountain sportsman, John Hammondtree. Finishing 5th, another feature winner, I think 2 or 3 times, but he's been running from the very beginning. He runs hard, and I believe he's going to come back and run for the championship in the C11 Clyde Stanton. Finishing 4th, another one that races with family. He's got quite a few down there. Finishing 4th in the mountain sportsman, Mr. Marty Phillips. Finishing 3rd, the mountain sportsman. This is a personal opinion of mine. He improved tremendously every week. Car continued to work its way to the front. He works his way all the way to 3rd place in points. Mr. Ralph Standridge. Finishing 2nd. We never knew what this driver is going to compete in the mountain late model of mountain. In the C8, he is a feature winner in the mountain sportsman. Finishing 2nd, Frank Merritt. Bring us up to our champion. Resides in Knoxville, Tennessee, I believe. And there's no better way to put it than he absolutely dominated the first part of the season throughout the summer. And as most of you know, the rules are if you win 3 in a row, you go back a row or 2. What is it, Connie? 3 rows. So he won 3 in a row. We put him starting no better than 6th, and here he comes. Blisters the field. The next week, where we won't put him, he starts 8th, blisters the field, another feature win. Denny Garner came up after his preliminaries in the infield, and he comes up and says, Archie, I tell you what, I think we need to start him at the BP and see if he can beat them all. And I'm not bet on him. 2003, winner the mountain sportsman from Knoxville, Tennessee, Mr. Scott Gardner.
Y'all know we stars. It's kind of hard to do it by yourself. I got a wonderful crew. My girlfriend, she stands behind me 100%.
Then I'd like to have all three of my crew members come up. Dean French right here, he bought my first race car for me. And Charlie here, he's my girlfriend's brother. He come on board this year. He said he'd like to help me because he knew I could win. Now this right here, he's been with me for a long time. He left last year going with Bill Reed, helping Billy over Jr. Now he's back helping me. Thanks. I feel we got it right.
All righty, thank you very much. Mountain Sportsman 2003 champion Scott Gardner. Our final division, the Mountain Lake Model. Best show on earth if you've never come down, but 99% of you, I'm sure you have. So they put on a show. Hope to see you back this year with witnessing this special event. Finishing 10th in 2003 Mountain Lake Model, Mr. Mike Ritchie. Finishing 9th. This race driver started a little late, but I've got a dollar bill in my back pocket. He's going to win a feature. He's coming hard. Finishing 9th in the Mountain Lake Model, Scott Curtis. Finishing 8th in the Mountain Lake Model division, feature winner, the Black 35, Tony Martin. Finishing 7th. At this time, race fans, I want to just acknowledge what this gentleman does. Rapid Roy Ledbetter. He donated his space to his business. Done a heck of a job raising money for the Ledbetter family. He's also a tremendous race car driver, and he helped put on one tremendous show this summer. Finishing 7th in the Mountain Lake Model points, Mr. Kevin Coffey. Finishing 6th in the Mountain Lake Model, another consistent driver, Jimmy Hunt. And finishing 5th in the Mountain Lake Model, this gentleman, he did partake in the benefit for Roy down at Thunder World that Kevin owns and operates, does a great job. And we had some go-kart racing. Todd just happened to be in a feature event with his girlfriend. Guess who finished ahead of the other? He's our first post there this spring, finishing 5th, the Mountain Lake Model, the Red, White, and Blue 2, Todd Hunt. His girlfriend beat him, by the way, in that go-kart race. Finishing 4th, Hard Charger. He drives real hard, but he's got the worst luck. Sat on the pole one night, led about 29 laps, then of course cut tire or whatever happens racing. But we wish him the best. Finishing 4th, Mr. Steve Jones. Finishing 3rd, carrying on the racing tradition at the Smoky Mountain Speedway. Feature winner several times, several poles. Driver the 4T, let me see here. Can you give me a hand of this thing? I'm kidding. Rock and roll at the 4T, finishing 3rd, Tony Code. Finishing 2nd in the Mountain Lake Model. He won the first feature race, I do believe. He also was awarded the best looking race car in the Mountain Lake Model division. He, along with Kevin Coffey, as mentioned before,
about 5 or 6 weeks in a row right through the summer, June and July and August. It was one of the two running up front, starting at the front, and they put on one tremendous show. So a special thank you to Kevin. And finishing second in the Mount Lake model, several feature time winner, Mr. Bobby Gibbons. It's your night, Bobby. Congratulations. Hope you do well this coming year. Our champion in the Mountain Lake Mall Division. He said, I believe on the outside pole in the first race and ran right up front, of course, like he always does. Finished several feature wins. But that first race, he was running, I believe, second. And an altercation put him at the back of the field with 2 laps left. He started about 14th place. And I hadn't been down there a while because this is our first feature race, our first event of the season. And ladies and gentlemen, it's Smoky Mountain Speedway passing 8 cars in 2 laps. It's real hard to do. And most of you are shaking your head up and down. You know what I'm talking about. And I've never driven, but he put on one heck of a show this year. He means a lot to us, and we hope that he does well this coming year to defend his title. Several feature wins from Maryville, Tennessee. Mr. Jason Washington.
It's been a fun and exciting year. We've had our ups and downs. Drove for several different people, but really have to thank Terry Orr for picking me up about halfway through the season and letting me continue on. We had a point lead and thought we had a shot at winning the championship, and we needed his help to continue on. And really like to thank him, Terry and Kim, Terry Orr Builders, Rich Restoration, Circle G Gang Farm, Roy and Connie Gibson. They were my aunt and uncle. They supported me tremendous in my racing career. My mom, Clyde, Johnny, Gary, Frank, Tipton Race Engines, Mastercraft Boat Company, American Fidelity, JT Kerr Racing Equipment. Travis and JT, they've helped us out a bunch. Just family and friends, they're the ones that put me here. Recognize, you got a lot of people that shows up at the racetrack every weekend and want to help you out and everything, and that's good and everything. You need to help at the races, but there's one particular guy that stands out that does everything all week long. I mean, 7 days a week, he works hard at it, and we didn't have no DNFs this year. We stayed out there, nothing fell off the car. That's what wins championships. And that's my uncle and crew chief, Gary Cable.
Well, we've got some moving around, but we're going to find it. He does have a black, so I apologize. It's over here somewhere.
You know, you can't believe anything Wilson says. I don't know if it's black here or not.
Yeah, this is congratulations, Gary Cable, crew chief, 2003 Smoky Mountain Speedway Late Long champion. And the other one I want to recognize is the one that puts the power behind my race car. Me and him, we work really good together. I can give him information, and he can take it, do whatever he does with it, and always comes up and finds me just a little bit more in my motor. And that's Frank Tipton at Tipton Race Engines. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody back out to Smoky Mountain in 2004. Let's keep Roy Ledbetter and his family in our prayers. Hope he gets well soon. Thanks. I got two real quick announcements before we go on with all these draws. We've got a lot of prizes up here we're going to draw for. Number one, there's one guy here in the audience, probably one of the most infamous people in racing. Stand up, JT. That's you. Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer on the JT Kerr racing equipment. JT Kerr, for our sportsman division in 2004, the sportsman champion 2004 sportsman division will win a brand new Stinger chassis. One other announcement. Roger Kerr. Where you at? There you are. Roger Kerr of Competition Racing Equipment. Joe Garrison of GRT Race Cars are going to provide this late model champion, points champion, with a brand new GRT chassis, body, and interior for 2004 points champion. Boys, that's a lot of money laying out there. GRT chassis, Stinger chassis, you're looking $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 worth of gifts right there from these guys. We need to really race hard for them. I want to see who can win it.
Thank you, Danny. We got one more special award, and then we're going with the door prizes and pump up the volume with Mr. Dylan Davis and Merlin Music World for provide the entertainment in just a few moments. Before we get to the door prizes, what in the world is a chair sitting up on the stage? A nice brand new chair from Fowler's Furniture. Fowler's came to us and said they'd like to get involved with the racing at Smoky Mountain Speedway, and said that who's important down there? And we thought, well, we really didn't have any ideas. So we said, what about the owner of the Mountain Lake model? The owner of the Mountain Lake model is Terry Orr, as Jason mentioned. Terry Orr Builders. And he told me earlier tonight when I advised him of the award, show us how it works there, Danny. Terry told me, he said, you know what, Archie? There's somebody else, another family, that would probably really enjoy having this. So on behalf of Terry Orr and Terry Orr Builders and his race team, he's giving this brand new chair from Fowler's Furniture to Roy Ledbetter and the Ledbetter family. Terry Orr, please stand up, Terry, just for a quick second. Come on, Terry, just for a second. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Terry Orr, take a lot to it. Great idea. We appreciate it. We'll make sure that I already spoken to Denny and Bill, and we'll get that down to Greenbank to his family. Thank you, Terry. Now we're going to do the draws and get on with the party. Street stockers. Street stockers. Over here, here's more some bunch of street stock. This first draw is for 10 gallons of fuel from Beard and Oil. That's a lot of money. Street stock. Driver with 380. 380. Here we go. Also street stock. One free entry to give. Oh, that's another thing. I better say this now before In the program, I spelled this young lady's name wrong as it helped us with the reception. Her name is Afton, A-F-T-O-N Garner, and I apologize, Afton, wherever you are out there. But this person can show this to Afton this spring and get free entry to compete in street stock. And that driver is 275, free entry, 275 in street stock, down here. And the front wheel drive, once again, this is for $50 of racing fuel. Goes to 390 in the front wheel drive. 390 right here. Robert McDonald, I believe that is. Free entry. This is free entry to compete one night at Smoky Mountain Speedway to 399. 399. There we go. All right, the mini stock. This is for a K&N certificate, which Jimmy's got right here. I think it's a $50 value, somewhere close to that. Mini stock, the mini stock. Here we go, down here. This is for a tire from Hoosier. A tire from Hoosier. And the mini stock goes to 377. 377. He's got glass, don't he? Mini stock, K&N oil filter, K&N oil filter. And the mini stock goes to 325. 325. This goes to the modified 4 driver, modified 4, a tire gauge from Longacre, given to us from up in Indianapolis. This goes to 347, tire gauge, 347, their champion one. Anyway, Barry. This is for a tire from Hoosier. One tire goes to 231 in modified 4, 231. K&N oil filter deal. Modified 4. K&N oil filter. Goes to 366. 366. All right, modified street. Tire gauge. Modified street. Tire gauge goes to 247. 247, modified street. A K&N certificate. K&N certificate, modified street. 293. 293. At 293. All right, and the K&N oil filter in the modified street goes to 189. 189. That's right here at Bradford's. They were here earlier. They had to be there. All right, patience. We're going to have some good music in just a moment. Sportsman division. A wheel. One of these shiny wheels. From Whale with Wheels. This is for a shiny wheel. 328. 328, the Mountain Sportsman. 328. We have some valve covers from HVH. Displaying for us, Danny. There you go. Can't take it anywhere. From HVH and Joe, what's his name, Brian?
Martin.
Joe Waters?
Martin.
I can't hear you. But HVH, we can get to the location, and they're giving us this door prize for the Mountain Sportsman. Goes to 382. 382. There you go. That's a good start. K&N certificate. K&N certificate goes to 374. 374 the Mountain Sportsman.
374. Tire from Hoosier goes to 437 in the Sportsman Division. 437. One new tire from Hoosier. Larry Smith. There he is. He's got my favorite sponsor, but we won't talk about that. He's not here. No, my mom and dad's in the house. K&N oil filter in the Sportsman. K&N oil filter goes to 405. 405. What's that? K&N filter oil goes to 397. 397. All righty, 6 more and we'll be ready to go. Bear with me, I appreciate it. From Hoosier Tire South in Connie Barring. Hey, I'm sorry. Yeah, it is. That's Will. This is a Will. Sorry, Connie. This goes to 424, the Mountain Lake model. 424, Mountain Lake model.
Hey, we use one big.
Here we go, down here. This is for the tire from Hoosier Tire South. That goes to 341. 341. Mountain Lake model. 341. We're going to put you back. 341. This is for a Hoosier Tire. We'll dig another one. Maybe they left early. This is for the tire. 273. 273. Mountain Lake model. This is for some carb jets. From Longacre, carb jets. Mountain Lake model goes to 432. 432. Yeah, that'll work, Ted. This is a stopwatch from Longacre. Stopwatch and Mountain Lake model goes to 340. 340. He's got Curtis. K&N oil filter. K&N oil filter. Mountain Lake model 308. 308. Gus could leave their holler back in the corner. Our thermal door prize. Also a K&N oil filter. 295. Filter oil. Okay, Danny, I got you. Filter oil. 295. Anybody? Todd, where's the Todd? Right here.
Very nice.
By the way, being reminded that Coulter Forest and Ken Garner wanted the champions to know that these flower arrangements on your centerpiece, they're from Ken Garner, Coulter Forest. And she also made a little boutonniere for, or boutonniere, I guess guys were those, a corsage for someone on their table to wear. We're going to go back to the fans. What are we going to give away, Dan? Stinger race card from JT Kerr. T-shirt goes to 410. 410. Back to the fans. 410.
I don't know what price you paid the last for this.
What Denny's opening up now came from Drake Otto, who helps us out, of course, with the
How long has it been since she this time. Right foot, left foot. Left foot, left foot. Right foot again. Left foot again. Right foot, left up. Left foot, left up. Freeze! Everybody clap your hands. Come on, guys. Check it out. Here you go. Here you go. Power walk. Power walk to the front. Power walk to the front. Can't bring it to the top. Like you never stop. Can't bring it to the top. One. Turn it out.
How much y'all sell them?
Sorry,